In this video I'm going to show you how to download and install Tickstory, which we'll use to provide all of the historical data for backtesting. So go to tickstory.com and select download. And you get various options here. Now there is a free version, Tickstory Lite, but it only provides very limited data, I think less than 1 year. Ideally what you need to purchase is make a one-off purchase of Tickstory Standard, which will provide you with all the data you need. So go to Buy Now down here. Tickstory Standard, you don't need the monthly subscription at the moment. That gives you access to tech support and free updates. But for now, I suggest you just make the one-off purchase. So go through that, make the purchase, and then you'll receive a link to download Tickstory. So this will be the file that you download. So I'm going to run this. Okay, so now Tickstory is installed. The first thing we need to do is to configure Tickstory for use with the MT4 that we've already installed. So we're going to File and Settings. So you want to set your store location to d:/Tickstory if you have a drive D, otherwise the default of drive C is fine. But I'm putting all my data on my data drive. Then in the MT4 settings you need to enter /portable there, and you need to select the MT4 you're going to use. So my default is Global Prime, but I'm going to change to IFS Markets. So I've installed IFS Markets on my drive D, so I pick this MT4 installation here. So as you see, I have multiple installations of MT4 on this PC. Select IFS Markets, and then similarly we need to change the data folder to the same as the installation folder. Re-enter that /portable. And OK to that. So now we're ready to download our initial data. So go to Forex, and we're going to download the data for Eurodollar. So click on Eurodollar, right click and download. So for now, let's pick a date range of the 1st of January 2019 to the current date, and then that brings up this window here. So you have to click on this action bar or right click and start task, and that now begins the data download. So we'll come back to that in a second when that's complete. So now that our data download is complete, I'm going to export the data to MT4. So we right click on Eurodollar, export to MT4. Now in this MetaTrader info tab, this holds broker data. I've supplied a broker file for IFS Markets with Robot Trader. So that'll be installed in your tester folder. So here you can go to load. Now I've made a shortcut link to tester here, and you'll have a subfolder called MT4 config. So pick the data for IFS Markets or whatever broker you're using, and then go to data export. So here we're going to choose the date range for backtesting. What I typically do at the moment is I test from the 1st of October 2019 to the current date. Then the time frames that we want at the moment, we don't need 1 minute, 5 minutes, we do need 15 minutes, not 30 minutes, and not 4 hourly. So I'm leaving M15, H1, daily and weekly ticked. These we need for the pivot data. The time zone I'm going to select, I scroll up here to reveal UTC plus 2. So that matches the typical broker's timescale, which is GMT or UTC plus 2 as they call it here. So this shows you the destination folders which we set up previously. So I OK that. Again, I right click on the progress bar here and start task, and that'll export the data to MT4. So we'll come back to that in a minute when that has completed. So now the data export is complete, and for the final step we're going to check that we can run MT4 from Tickstory. So to do this we can click on this icon here, or you can do it from the tools menu. So you can say launch MT4 from here. I normally use the icon here, and this should launch the IFS Markets MT4. So there it goes. So Tickstory is now complete, and we have some data we can use for backtest. So we'll look at that in the next video.